Before I get too excited, press record. Okay. Oh, jeez. I haven't even opened the game yet. I wanted to save everything for, like, to share with you guys and everything. For the sake of YouTube, I'm not going to make this intro really stupid long. We are going to get into it completely fresh. We are going to go through the bonus stuff because I did get the deluxe edition, so I've got some other costumes and stuff like that that I can look into. So I'm excited to see all that. I made a checklist real quick so I don't forget to touch on some things before we jump into this. Like I said, it's not going to be as long of an intro as the last one. Okay, first things first. First things first that I definitely want to touch on. This game may or may not be translated into English. It has been translated as far as having English text. That far I know, but I don't know if it's actually English dubbed. So, I cannot talk and read at the same time. So I will have to be reading the subtitles so I can keep up on the story. So I'll probably be pretty quiet throughout the cutscenes and try not to talk so that way I can keep up on everything. Though I can guarantee you things are probably still going to be missed. But guilty as charged. I normally can't keep up with subtitles anyway. On the topic of language, I am not going to be monitoring my own. This is a first-time playthrough of a Fatal Frame game that I have never, ever been able to play. I am going to be excited, and I am ready to be excited, and I am not censoring myself out because I am that excited. When I get excited, I don't even think about censoring myself anyway, so... my eyes were bothering me today, that's why I'm wearing my glasses. But also, real quick, I wanted to touch on, I did get a new capture card. So the lag in this one should not be as bad as Maiden of Blackwater. And speaking of Maiden of Blackwater, that one's intro was far too long. My mouse is dying. So I'm gonna cut this intro here for YouTube. And we're gonna get into this. I am so ready to be into this. Alright, I am ready. Are we ready? I'm gonna plug my mouse in real quick since I won't be using it. And, I will be getting more into... Excuse me, Elgato. Okay, I was about to cry. Okay, sorry about that technical difficulties, guy. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this real fast. Okay. Oh my god. It doesn't even have, like, normal Fatal Frame sounds. And by normal, I mean, like, the bells whenever you... Oh, okay. So this is all new. This is all new for me. As I said, this is a first-time playthrough. I've never been able to play Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, and I will get into that a bit later. I will also be getting into the stupid troubles that I had getting this game installed, so it's been a very stressful week for me. And I'm going to vent to you guys. Let's check out the options real fast. Okay, this was what I wanted to find out. So, it's similar to Maiden of Blackwater. And I am going to play this game the same way that I played Maiden of Blackwater without the motion controls because I don't like it. I like the vibration being on because you can feel the heartbeat in the controller, which is awesome in my opinion. Operation mode. Let's see. Pause, detailed map, what's square? Oh, is the menu. Okay, it looks like all of the controls are pretty much the same as Maiden of Blackwater. I'm gonna make sure that subtitles are on. I can't imagine that they're not. Yeah, they're on, okay. Let's check out the brightness. It'll probably have me do this at the beginning, but I'm gonna do it now real quick. Adjust the brightness so that all three ghosts are visible. I can see all three ghosts, so I'm gonna leave that. I hope you guys can see it too. I was also told to turn all of this down a bit, except for the voice volume, which now I want, whoops, I said except for the voice volume, which now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense that it would be in English if somebody asked me to do that, or told me to do that. Reset to default? No. Okay, cool. We checked out the settings. Oh my god, that's so cool. Alright. And we're gonna play through on normal, because I haven't played it before. And here's the brightness adjustment. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna look at my stream too. Oh yeah, everything's looking good for you guys too. So this game is a work of fiction. Any similarities to actual organizations, events, or personal living or dead are purely coincidental. I really hope this game feels more like a Fatal Frame game than Maiden of Blackwater did. Okay, so it is in Japanese. That's good to know, but we can handle it. Like I said, I have to be quiet so I can read the subtitles. I'm sorry, guys. Like... Oh, okay. They were spirited away and then got back home? Yeah, I know this one has a lot to do with, like, amnesia. Oh. The Prelude, Blossoming. Madoka Tsukimori. Alright. So yeah, this one has... There's a strafe button, guys! Oh my god, it was driving me insane in Maiden of Blackwater that I couldn't strafe. That makes me so happy. Oh my god. L1 and the left analog. Got it. But yeah, I know this one, has to do with, like, amnesia, and it takes place in a hospital / insane asylum. I do also know that Aso, as you can see, the name Aso is used in this game as well. I know Kunihiko Aso, the creator of the Camera Obscura, will be involved in it as well. Oh, you know, I think that might be it. I might end up mentioning other things that I remember, because I have seen a playthrough of this, like, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't remember a whole lot of it, and I hope it kind of stays that way, so I can still go into this as blind as possible. Your objectives may update as you progress through the game. You can check your current objective from the menu screen if you're ever unsure what to do next. Give it a look. Okay. Find Misaki Aso. Okay, so I'm assuming Misaki is Kunihiko Aso's daughter? Or at least a descendant. Oh, in the bottom right-hand corner, there are also collectibles in this game. I think this is the only Fatal Frame game that did stuff like that. Oh. Thought it was trying to pull up a map or something. Okay. Wait. There was something new there. Oh, okay, that's... okay. Alright, so it said I could strafe. The L1 button, not... oh, okay. And then I don't have a Camera Obscura, and that bothers me. So Misaki... was that her name? Misaki? Went this way, I think. Oh, look at her little trot. It's like a proper Fatal Frame trot. Not like in Maiden of Blackwater, where they, like, actually sprinted. Ooh, this one's so... I feel so cold all of a sudden. Like, this is freaking me out already. Hold L2 to run. I was already doing that. While running, the camera will automatically follow behind you. Okay, does it not do that when I'm walking? Use L3 or R3 to perform a quick turn and face the opposite direction. Okay. L3 and R3 are about face. Sweet! Yes! There wasn't in About Face. Well, there kind of was and kind of wasn't in Maiden of Blackwater. There's going to be a lot of comparison to Maiden of Blackwater. I'm sorry, guys. Like, as I'm replaying it, I'm just kind of realizing how little it felt like a proper Fatal Frame game. And I'm really hoping that this one actually gives me back that feel. Like, I know there will still probably be differences, and I'm fine with that. Oh. Could I examine something? Ooh. Lattice curtains, blackened with mold, hang in front of the old frosted glass window. A cold atmosphere hangs oppressingly just outside the thin glass. Is there a reason y'all came here in the dead of night? I'm assuming if there are any doors I'm not supposed to go through, are locked. Okay, so I can move my camera. You know, I'm wondering, this L1 button being the strafe button. Oh, that's weird. When you hold the R1 button, the camera stays in place, but she turns in a really weird way. But I'm starting to wonder if there actually was a strafe button, or a strafe mechanic in Maiden of Blackwater that I just didn't realize. Maybe it was in the tutorial and I skipped it. I really wonder. But in Maiden of Blackwater, the L1 and R1 buttons were like, to rotate your camera. Flashlight is on the floor. Oh, squeaky doors. Okay. Is that Misaki's flashlight on the floor? This one has the reaching element just like in Maiden of Blackwater. Which, as I mentioned playing yesterday, playing Maiden of Blackwater, the reaching and peeking at stuff is just padding for the game, and it's kind of annoying in my opinion. Illuminates dark areas. Oh, really? Helps you investigate your surroundings. That's right! In the same direction as the camera. Right. So in this one, the sparklies that mark items that you can pick up, it's not Misaki's. Okay. They don't light up immediately. You have to shine the flashlight on them to reveal them in the first place. Misaki? Alright, also, I need to make the comment. We're gonna have a bunch of cutie patooties in this one, aren't we? Like, in Maiden of Blackwater, it was Yuri and Haruka. In this one, it's Misaki. My god, she's so cute. I just can't with the cuties. Of course it's locked, right after she went through the door. Must be locked from the inside. Misaki? Oh? Nurse station. Investigate the second floor nurse station. Okay. So I can guarantee you guys that I am going to end up getting lost in this one. In Maiden of Blackwater, you had the nifty trace mechanic that showed you the way you had to go. Even though it was a bit buggy in some of the maps, that you've probably seen if you've watched my playthrough so far on YouTube. It was a bit buggy, but it definitely helped. So in this playthrough, I'm probably going to be using the map a lot. I don't have a camera, and that bothers me a lot. Old screen doors are piled. They look broken and unusable. Okay. Alright, well, this is a Fatal Frame game, guys. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna follow the ghost. Oh, her little trot makes me so happy. One of the scariest parts about Fatal Frame games is how slow the characters moved. And that's another thing about Maiden of Blackwater. Like, the characters actually, like, sprinted in Maiden of Blackwater. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. This is the second floor then, yeah? Okay, I needed the second floor, so I didn't want to go up the extra flight of stairs. Can I go up the other flight of the stairs? I cannot. There's debris. Okay. But yeah, Maiden of Blackwater, the characters almost moved too fast. And it wasn't as nerve-wracking, I guess. I love the little patterns on her shirt. Like, they're very well textured, and I love it. Again, guys, this is Fatal Frame. We're gonna follow the ghost. Oh my god. So not only was I having technical difficulties right at the beginning of the playthrough, but, like, I was already really excited, so I feel like my adrenaline is just going right now, and then I also have coffee. That's probably a bad idea. But I'm really hot, so hopefully the coffee itself brings down my temperature, but then the caffeine is going to bring up my temperature. So God only knows what's going to happen. That's not terrifying. Oh, that's so freaky. And to see it right when you walk through the... I heard so much movement. Oh my god. Oh, huh? Oh. Is there something there? In the window. Oh, there was. Ah! That face! Oh my god. Oh my god. Control room, Summer's End. The curtains part to reveal the room's interior, but it's too dark to make anything out clearly. Okay, well, can we go inside? What's this? I can't mess with it. Can I go inside? Nope, this door's gonna be... Oh, no, okay. I was gonna make a joke about the doors being locked. But, okay. So I think this is gonna introduce me to the mechanic of, finding the objects. Yeah, you can examine the various objects found in your environment. Objects that can be examined will glimmer when you shine the flashlight over them. That's really important. I need to make sure that I remember that, because the other Fatal Frame games don't do that. It's only this one. Also, the hand. Find the key to Aso Museum? Like, I know we're looking for Misaki Aso, but... And then I knew Kunihiko had to do something with this, but I didn't know it was gonna be like a whole museum. Oh! It also makes a noise when they appear, which is really nice. But I need to make sure to scan my environments and make sure I find all the items. And, oh! Hey, look at that! There's one of those dolls! Underneath the desk. Hang on. Can't control my flashlight. There's one of those dolls underneath the desk. I already found one. I don't have a camera, though, to take a picture of her, so I don't get the collectible. At least not right now. What I was going to say is that there is a ghost hand. Objects after you pass the light over it, you can reach out with your hand to examine it. Stand next to the object, and the circle icon will be displayed. Okay, it was R2 and Made in the Blackwater. Press and hold the circle button to reach out your hand and examine the object. To stop reaching for the object, to let go of the circle button. Okay. I am playing on PlayStation 4, if you guys didn't realize that. I played Made in the Blackwater on PS4. And I've always played Fatal Frame games on PlayStation. I'm not going to change now. The controls are all pretty universal. Actually, the first and second one have different controls, but that's beside the point. I like the PlayStation's controller, okay? I don't need to explain myself to you guys. I've put the key to the museum on top of my desk. There are a lot of irreplaceable objects in the museum, so please take care to keep the door locked at all times. On top of my desk? I don't like that glass there with the shirts in there. I feel like someone's gonna be in... Oh! The blue filament. Is that an item filament, or... Oh! I heard it. Oh, there it is! Oh, I just tried to use the R2 button. Oh, I was gonna say, I can't finish my sentences, I guess. I'm so excited I can't focus. Small ivy pattern key with museum engraved on it. Okay. Press square to open the menu. From here you can view the map, use items, view records, information that you collect so far. Press options while playing to open the map directly. Right. Okay, this one shows you where to go to. Sweet. What I was gonna say about items is that this game has the item filament is still there. When I face this way, it's going dim. Is it the phone? Oh. People's names. I'm not gonna read out the subtitles like that, by the way. I don't know why I decided to do that one. I just did. Oh, I keep on forgetting there's an About Face button. I just used the same mechanic that's used in Maiden of Blackwater. I promise you I'm going to finish what I was saying. The item pickups. There is a ghost hand in this game. Shit, that scared the crap out of me. Heart starts racing, reaches for coffee. Oh yeah, there's a certain melody that's affecting their amnesia or something. Like, it's the one thing that they remember from the night that they can't remember. If that makes sense. Alright, let's get out of here. Item pickup. Ghost hand. From what I know, there is a ghost hand in this game. Oh, those eyes. Oh my god. Are we getting out of here? Oh my god. I don't want to remember. Alright. Deep breaths, girl. We're gonna go find her. She's locked in that room. She couldn't have gone far. At least I hope not. This is Fatal Frame, though, we're talking about, so. As far as I'm aware, there is a ghost hand in this game. The original game, the ghost hand would actually take the item away from you. And you could never get it. Like, if you got caught by the ghost hand, it took the item and you never saw it again. There was no picking it back up. Not like in Maiden of Blackwater where you got a second chance. I don't know if that mechanic carried over. I kind of hope not, because now I did mention that I did get a new capture card, and this new capture card, the lag is pretty much non-existent, but there is a fraction of a second of lag that you don't really notice unless you're looking for it. Now you guys are going to be looking for it, aren't you? But there's a fraction of a second of lag that I notice while I'm playing. When it comes to those ghost hands, it's a bit unforgiving. So, because playing Maiden of Blackwater yesterday, I got caught by a lot of hands, and I jokingly was blaming the capture card, but also it kind of probably was the capture card. Or maybe I just suck at the game. But if the mechanic is that the hand takes away the items, then I might be in trouble because I might miss out on some camera upgrades, and I like having a strong camera. So we're looking for Misaki. Oh. Hi. I'm pretty sure this one's name is Madoka. God, I really like that look when the face goes whoosh. So cool. Aww. Oh my god! Oh no! I don't have a camera! The scariest parts of the games are the parts that you don't have a camera obscura. Or when the camera obscura is useless. Like when you got the big bitch energy following you and you can't take pictures of her. Find Misaki. This room is not that big. She's obviously not in here. Also, there's something in here and it expects me to just go roaming around in the dark? Like, is there a face on that door? I think there is. There's like a face. Oh, God. And it's little things like that in Fatal Frame games that I love. I'm scanning around for any items right here. So wait, this is the Aso Museum, right? Old portrait hangs on the wall. The plaque reads, Kunihiko Aso. He must be the man in the picture. Yeah. So that's Aso. Granted, we saw him at the end of Maiden of Blackwater. Ren is his descendant. Oh, these are pictures of the hospital. Or, yeah, the hospital. We're in the hospital. Yeah, I've got an item filament going. Oh, I got a book. Let's see. I'm gonna wait to pick that up because I feel like the book is gonna have vital information and we found it, guys. Shit's about to start getting real. We found the camera obscura. Can I pick it up yet? Or no? Just an old camera, but there's something about it. Oh, honey, you have no idea. Wait! Use the About Face button! I need to remember that I have that. I will utilize that, especially in combat. Whoopsie. Oh, why did the pop-up scare me? What the heck? We discovered in Maiden of Blackwater that there are multiple versions of the camera obscura. Yuri had one version, and then Ren had a different version, and then Miu was able to use Yuri's in a different way. In this one, as you can see, the casing of it is a different style from either of them in Maiden of Blackwater, and as far as my knowledge of the other ones, it doesn't look anything like the one from the first game or the second game. So, yeah. I think there's a grand total of 5 different ones. I don't know if there was actually a number, but for some reason the number 5 feels right. Maybe it's because there are 5 Fatal Frame games. Lol. Those with spiritual potential can see shadows, forms invisible to the average person. The soul of the dead, vestiges of thoughts left behind before in a place. Wow, why did I? My camera obscura was created to capture these clues in the spirit world, and I now have a chance to improve its capability even further. Ooh. In the course of my research here, I have discovered that the materials used in mask making on Rogetsu Isle, which I'm pretty sure is the island that this whole game takes place in. Don't quote me on that, though. Can improve the camera obscura's ability to capture these shadowy forms on film. I have also come to believe that the camera obscura holds a power greater than even I had ever expected. This is the power of the camera obscura to affect these shadows when photographing them. It is something like the exorcism that those with spiritual potential refer to. It is my experiments on the island that have brought me to this bold conviction. I've decided to donate a camera obscura to the owner of the hotel. I did not explain why I was donating it, but I cannot help feel that there will come a day when the island will need the power of the camera obscura. I only hope that I'm wrong, and that such day will never come. Friendly reminder, I am both vertically and horizontally dyslexic, so reading can be hard sometimes. I'm feeling okay today, but just so you know, in case it does sneak back up on me. Those other ones? That ain't even right. Yes! This must be Professor Aso's camera obscura. I know it's coming. Sick pick, though. All right, tutorial battle. Let's go. The camera obscura is a special camera with the power to view and seal away the inconceivable. Right? Yeah. When a wraith appears, you can seal it away by taking photos of it with the camera obscura. Press triangle to take out the camera, R2 to take the photo. Okay, pretty much the same as Maiden of Blackwater. L2 to lock on. Okay, can I just lock onto anything? Oh, wait, get out of here. My god, the camera's so shaky. Ah! And then this one just has a charge function. Special kill, shutter chance. Oh, okay. Alright. First kill! Hell yeah! It's gone. Was that a person? No. Leave the Aso Museum. Alright, alright. I think the camera was shaky because she was shaking. Koeshita. I wonder what that means. I didn't see any subtitles though. I was looking away. The eyes. Oh my god, the eyes. Trophy earned blossoming. Save game? Sure. Yeah, her name was Madoka. Alright. Close the save menu? Yes.
誰も覚えていないことは存在しないことになるのだろうか
That mean? It should have been means, like plural.
小さい頃の記憶がない私がいた島のこと住んでいた家のことそして父のことも私たちが神隠しにあった以前のことは何も思い出せない一緒に見つかった4人もあの時のことは覚えていないかすかに思い出せるのは一つの旋律いつもここで途切れてしまう音楽とともによみがえる記憶のかけらこの記憶は
Can I just say that this one almost looks better than Maiden of Blackwater?
老月と二人の友達が死んだマリエとトモエ
Oh?
神隠しにあったうちの二人 どかは美咲と島に行くと私に告げ、戻ってない。
あの島へは近寄らないで、ルカ。お母さん、知らない方がいいことがあるの。
でも私は確かめたい。
You can't just leave unknown.
何があったのか、そして失った記憶の先に何があるのか。
Alright. I'm pretty sure Ruka is the main character, so this is where it all really begins. God, this game is beautiful. Like I said, I really think that this one is prettier, or not just prettier, but it looks higher quality than Maiden of Blackwater. The summoning. Ruka Minazuki? Is how that said? Alright. Search the area. R1 and square to search to start snap mode. Okay, I don't let. That's just like posing the characters and making a fun picture. That's really all it is. Oh! Okay. A photo? Oh, this place. Somehow. Up there is the gate. Yeah, the gate that we passed before. I wonder what happens if I go up and examine it. Like, it's most likely gonna be locked, right? Oh, I can't examine it. Okay. Did you hear that? Oh, now I can examine it. I had to shine my flashlight on the handle first, guys. She couldn't find the handle to the gate to try to open it. Had to shine the flashlight on it first. Holding gate blocks access to the landing. There's a There is a note stuck between the bars. A note from Madoka. A dull pain has laid heavy in my heart ever since I laid eyes on Rogotsu Island looming ahead of us. Why does the mere sight of the island make it so difficult for me to breathe when I don't remember anything about the time I spent there? Misaki could be right. There might just be something here. When she suddenly told me she was going to Rogetsu Island, I followed her out of concern. Misaki was so determined to come here. It was frightening. She still won't tell me what this is all about. The island is getting closer now. Misaki is looking at it coldly, as though her gaze were the only thing pinning it to the horizon, the only thing keeping it from slipping away into the night. With Marie and Tomoe already gone, I couldn't bear to lose Misaki as well. Yes, I'll probably end up saying repeating some of the stuff in Japanese. Madoka? Oh, okay. Chase Madoka. Of course, because this is Fatal Frame. You can't call out to them. They won't listen. The clock has the moon phases on it. Check that out. Call grandfather clock. Instead of numerals, the face shows phases of the moon. Cool. Very on brand. Oh wait, this is that the Aso Museum? Because that sign looks familiar. Oh, I wanted to read the sign, actually. Yeah, this is the museum. Okay. We must have gone in we must have entered the hospital through a different door than what Misaki and Madoka did. Madoka must be in this room. And of course, it's not a big room, and yet you still can't find her, so... I can pick that up. Oh, right. Professor Astos knows too. Okay. There was once a great disaster on this island, which almost destroyed it and caused Rogetsu Island to become feared as a place close to the underworld. However, it was recovered from that disaster, and it is no longer closed off to people from outside of Rogetsu Island. As an outsider, I had anticipated resistance to my visitation. To my surprise, the chief welcomed me gladly to the island, seemingly in the hope that I would help introduce its native culture, such as the Kagura festival and traditional Rogetsu engravings and craftsmanship, to the outside world. I came to Rogetsu Island to look for materials for my camera obscura because of the unique indigenous culture, the folklore of which is based upon the moon. In that folklore, the sun represents the outer form of things, and the moon is the inner. The moon therefore represents memory, personality, and soul. Believing that the soul is connected to the underworld after the body dies, they say the moon is a symbol of the world, as well as a gateway into it. They have a Kagura festival where the souls of the dead return to the world, and the most important, where the souls of the dead return to this world. So they come to the living world, or they pass to the underworld? And the most important element of that festival is the mask worn by the participants. The mask worn by the maiden during the Kagura is the point of contact between the living world and the world of the dead, the underworld, represented by the moon. A mask that connects to the underworld. There are many kinds of masks on this island, and I hope to greatly advance my paranormal research by investigating them all. What? Ghost snapping pictures. Rude. Didn't ask first. Granted, I don't really ask to take pictures either, so... Note from Madoka. Misaka and I are making way towards Rogetsu Hall. The dizziness I felt on the way here has only got worse since we arrived on Rogetsu Isle. The air here is deathly still. It feels so hard to breathe. There's something about the smell of this place. I've had memories rekindled by certain smells and music before. Dude, same. Okay, I don't know what it is about smell, but smell can literally trigger nostalgia for me. It's insane. Like when I heard the tune Ruka wrote, I remember things, but not clearly. Sensations of textures, bursts of pain, vague things that can't be expressed in words, but this time is different. I feel a dark mass rising up inside my body. It's going to penetrate my head. We should have waited for Ruka. Was that Madoka? It looked like her. The filament shown at the top center of the screen indicates supernatural presence. It turns red in the presence of wraiths and yellow in the presence of specters. When other forces are present, it turns blue instead. The item filament shown in the lower right corner of the screen glows blue when you are near an item or something that can be examined. Sorry, the item filament was just there. Was it for the door? Over here. Aha! Islanders found dead. Oh, this is gonna be very reading heavy. Sorry, guys. Islanders found dead. At approximately 4:30 p.m. yesterday, the captain of Oboro Maru, docked at Rogetsu Island, reported the deaths of multiple Rogetsu Islanders. All of the bodies were found with their hands covering their face, leading to the police to fear an outbreak of some kind of infectious disease. No survivors found. The police plan to continue the search for those islanders. Those whereabouts have yet to be determined while recovering the bodies. Despite everyone on the island being either missing or dead, there were no signs of any conflict or foul play. Faced with nothing to go on but the sudden disappearance of the island's populations and without any evidence of natural disasters, the police remain baffled by the bizarre incident. Collection of old books. The name Kunihiko Aso can just about be made out in places. Oh, she's got just like a little trot too. Professor Aso arrives. Mainland scientist Professor Kunihiko Aso has arrived on Rogetsu Island. The professor, having a deep knowledge of folklore studies, wishes to study the legends and traditions of our island. He will also be present to observe the Rogetsu Kagura to be held tomorrow. Hopefully this will lead to many more visitors coming to us from the mainland. Also, it's been announced that the room where the professor is staying at Rogetsu Hall will be made into a museum in his honor. Oh, okay. I want to go... Worn books line the shattered glass case. I want to check these out. Are these more camera obscuras? The assortments of cameras, they all seem rather antiqued. Are they all like camera obscuras? I'm really wondering that. Because like these two kind of look like the one from the first one. Because the first one had like that the part that actually moves when you zoom in and out the lens. Also, she was able to zoom this camera obscura. What? No, that's why the camera was shaking. Hang on a second. No. Huh, I wonder why that one didn't save. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. But no, the camera was shaking because I had motion controls on. Huh. Okay. So Monica was over here. Is it locked? Of course it is. Why won't the door open? It's not even locked. Camera obscura seems to be reacting. Maybe if I take a photo of the door with it. You will see hazy field appear on some objects and places in the game. Use the camera obscura to take a photo of its energy field, and things will appear in the photo that give you hints on how to progress through the story. Right. God, do I have to be up on it? Like, how do I know when to take a picture? Or do I just take a picture? Can't lock onto it. Okay, you don't just take a picture. The camera vibrates when the film loads, and it scared me. Did I say the camera vibrates? The controller vibrates. So like, wait, how do I take a picture? I'm so confused. Oh, okay, that apparently worked. You gotta be like right up on it. Something has appeared in the photo. It shows 5 masks hanging on the wall. Find the 5 masks from the photo. Okay. I don't know if it's better or worse now that we have the camera obscura. I could hardly see what was going on. So the music got so loud and I'm like, what's happening? Oh my god! Look at that face! Okay, tutorial? Okay. Quick look. With the camera obscura equipped, use... Oh, okay. Wow. Click down the left analog while using the right analog. Okay. Oh. That was a fatal frame and I didn't mean to. Oh, don't be going into the walls. That ain't fair. I hate battling in hallways for that reason right there. Come at me. I keep getting fatal frame shots. And I don't even have alarm yet. God, what was that? It looked like a nurse, but... Is that the power of the camera obscura? So... Oh. Oh. In other Fatal Frame games... I thought there was going to be something there. In other Fatal Frame games, there is a camera upgrade, one of which is called Instant, and the other of which is called Alarm. Alarm is a sound effect that marks whenever you can take a Fatal Frame shot, and then Instant is a flashing light at the top of the viewfinder that tells you when there's a Fatal Frame opportunity. Typically, I go off of Alarm. I don't normally look for the little red light, but I don't know if those are in this game, and I really hope so, because Alarm is really handy for me. Also, Spirit Stones are used to upgrade your camera in this one. Blue Spirit Stones can be used to upgrade the basic abilities of your Camera Obscura and Spirit Stone Flashlight. Secrets Camera Obscura... select Camera Obscura and Spirit Stone Flashlight from the main screen, then Enhancements, and choose the abilities you want to upgrade. Right. Alright, let's see if we can find 5 masks hanging on the wall. Seems to be 3 is the number in this room. Can I go in here? Nope, it's locked. I like locked doors. Keeps me from getting lost. Ooh. Okay. This long hallway bothers me. I'm scared that something's gonna happen in that hallway, and I'm gonna have to battle, and I hate battling in hallways. It's just not fun. You can save the game by pressing circle in front of one of the yellow lanterns found in different locations throughout the game. You use lanterns in this one, just like Fatal Frame 2 and 3! Lanterns also allow you to manage photo albums, change options, and use points to trade for items. Oh, cool. Please note the game can also be saved at the end of every chapter. Right. The game will also save automatically. When you go near a glowing lantern, the message will appear on screen when the game is saving to prevent your save data from corrupting. Please do not turn off the console while the message is displayed. Okay, so it has both auto save and a manual save, which is nice. Oh shit. Got him. Boy running away. You might come across specters during your exploration. If you succeed in taking pictures of them, they'll be added to your ghost list. You'll also be able to trade any photo points you obtain for items at save points. Hang on, let's check that out. Trade. Oh, okay, it's like a store. Okay, cool. Go ahead and, manually save real quick. Just to be safe. Ooh, wait. I extras. Cool. Costumes! This was something I wanted to see. Japan. Why? So it is cute. Ooh. Well, that's cool. Marie Rose. Who the heck is that? Her hands are clipping into the skirt. Oh. Of course. Cat ears. Oh. That's so creepy. Fox mask. In Maiden of Blackwater, it was the camera obscura head. In this one, you also get the Spirit Stone flashlight. Also, that's the Maiden of Blackwater camera obscura. Cause see the water ripples on the red design of it? Oh, that's funny. I am gonna put on the yellow glasses, cause it costs. I don't want to spend points yet. Right. So I can't change the costumes of any other characters. Ooh, I can zoom. I can't change the costumes of any other characters. I think I'm gonna have to go to the save point when I'm actually playing as them to change their outfits. Photos lie scattered on top of the cabinet and in the drawer. The photos have faded and no longer recognizable. Okay. Like there's a bunch of photos here too. The notice board is covered with old photos. The photos have faded and are no longer recognizable. Okay. So now we're gonna follow the little ghost boy. Okay. Was ist das? A cafeteria? That would make sense. Making sure there aren't any items. Well, I guess there's no item filament, so I guess I... Oh, now there is. Oh, okay. Aha! I knew there had to have been something on that counter. That was weird. I just picked that one up. I didn't have to reach for it. Store the health. Man in the kitchen, why is your face? Okay. All right, I see you, man in kitchen. How about you make me something rather than scaring me, all right? Like, not okay. I'm gonna pick up the item under the piano because I feel like interacting with the piano will trigger a cutscene. Okay. I'm really worried I'm gonna run into a ghost hand. The blast lens. Ooh, a camera upgrade already, guys. Let's go. Lenses can be equipped on the camera obscura and Spirit Stone flashlight, and have a variety of effects on ghosts. Select camera obscura or Spirit Stone flashlight from the menu, and the lenses to equip different lenses. During battle, you can press square to use an upgraded lens. Okay, that's the same as Maiden of Blackwater, and then use up and down to switch. Oops, same as Maiden of Blackwater. Sweet. I wonder if I can access my, takes a more powerful shot when used. Low. I don't know what low means. But I'm gonna equip it. I have 1 Spirit Stone. The red ones are used to upgrade your lenses, apparently. The blue ones are used for your, camera. So max power is the damage. Sensitivity improves the camera charging time, which means it'll charge faster. The charge is film loading. Okay, I thought it would be a faster loading time for the camera itself, but no, it just loads the film faster. Storage increases the maximum number of stored spirit points. Spirit power increases the spirit points received from taking photos. Okay. Alright, cool. I can't do anything with those yet. Because Uyuko Shiratsuki. In charge of the second floor of Roketsu Hall, she is the most experienced nurse there, but she has been burned by her experiences with Ayako. I don't know who Ayako is. Yoriko Sonohara? A patient suffering the pain of feeling herself slip away, forgets her own name and wants it back. Aww. I'm sorry, I was admiring the photo because the photo was so cool. Oh. So we've got wraiths and we've got specters, which is kind of cool. I didn't take a picture of that. Wait, was I in there? No, I wasn't. That was in the nurse's office. I was going to say I missed that doll. Boy running into the dining room as if to invite Ruka to follow him. It is a childish tease or a beckoning into darkness. A man who ended up trapped in the kitchen after running away from something in the darkness of Roketsu Hall. Alright, let's... In Maiden of Blackwater, there were times when the notes would get updated, where you would just get some random information dump. Which I kind of liked and kind of didn't, but, it kind of just added more to the characters. There's a piece of paper on top of the piano. Looks like Monika's handwriting. I need to write something. It doesn't matter what. Gotta keep writing or I'll disappear. If I stop writing, I lose it all. I gotta keep writing. No good. I don't know. It's all over. It's getting closer. Melting. Mom, help me. Help. Stop it. Stop it, all of you. Stop shaking me like I'm a toy. Okay. Oh, what? What was that? Did I miss something? I missed something. I missed something important. Recitals must have once been held here. The keys have yellowed with age and no sign of recent use. I did hear an item when I turned around with the camera, which I feel like it makes more sense to scan with the camera. Oh, check that out. Yeah, it does make a little bit more sense to scan with the camera. I have a bit more control of the camera obscura before I have control over Ruka herself. So this is probably what I'm going to do when I enter new areas. Ooh, hi. Nurse who misplaced the key. What key? Hi. Let me pick that up. Engraved key. Oh. Oh. Information. Wait, where did that key go? I don't remember running into a locked door that needed a key. Oh boy. At least it's marked on the map, and that's one good thing, because otherwise I feel like I'd be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Procedure for opening second floor entrance hall gate. 1. Activate the switch on the panel in the storeroom underneath the entrance hall stairs. Oh! Ensure the number total up to 13. Ensure the numbers total up to 13. Okay. The gates must not be opened without permission from the nurse's station. Investigate the entrance hall's storage. Wait. Whoa, that just scared the crap out of me. That was my phone. I was gonna say, I know there's more stuff I can pick up here. Woohoo! Ruka. I interact with the projector? A projector. Looks like it takes real type films. Okay. It... Wait, 5 masks. Check it out. The wall is lined with masks like the ones appeared in the photo. Wait, one of the masks missing? Okay, he's quick. Oh, gods. Okay, so wait. Let me finish roaming around this room in case I missed any items, and by the looks of it, I did. Herbal meds. Good to know. Or good to have. Sorry. I don't think I missed anything else. Okay, so I have... Hang on. I gotta think. I have a lot that just got shoved at me that I can do. I can follow the boy because he has the mask, so I can unlock the one door. But now I have this key that goes to a different door. To unlock the gate to the 2nd floor? I'm gonna go after the boy with the mask. I feel like since we took the picture first, we need the mask first. And the key is marked on my map, too, so, like... oh, I missed another item. Oh, because there were screens here. A mirror stone. Fully restores your health meter when it runs out. Okay, hang on. I want to see... Can I carry more than one? I cannot. I can only carry one at a time, which is a typical Fatal Frame mechanic. Maiden of Blackwater was special and allowed you to carry 99. Alright. Luca. Alright, I think I got all the items in here. I'm gonna go after the boy who's got the mask. This lets out in that hallway, doesn't it? This door was locked a hot minute ago, wasn't it? Maybe. Maybe I'm making stuff up. Yeah, I have not been here before, have I? I thought I saw a doll up there. What? I have no idea where that was. I thought something was gonna pop up in the window, and it didn't. Unless it did, and I just didn't take the picture. Oh, that scared me. Last survivor dies. Last forgets your survivor dies. This morning at 10 a.m., the last remaining survivor of the mass disappearance incident on Rogetsu Isle died in the hospital. The irreversible physical and mental trauma she sustained have been identified as probable causes of death. Damp air drifts through the window. Courtyard is visible outside. And you're having to laugh if you think I'm picking up my camera to look out that window. It's not happening. I've played that game. I've played Fatal Frame 2. I know what happens when you pull up your camera and look through a window. I know what happens. And I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm doing it. Just to see if there is something. Okay, I'm done. I'm going. Even nothing popped up, but I was still scared. Wait, is this the entrance? It is. This is the entrance. Okay, cool. I don't feel... Oh, those pictures get so gritty. um, so to open the gate, let me go examine the gate and make sure that there's nothing I need to do for that. Gate is shut tight. Entrance hall, second floor gate. There were instructions on that plaque on how to open the gate. Right. Oh, there's an item over there. Oh, there's an item down there, too. Oh, we're gonna pick the one up off the floor first. Rogetsu Island pamphlet. The Rogetsu Kagura is by far the most important traditional festival on Rogetsu Isle. It is held only once every 10 years. The highlight of the festival is the Kagura itself, taking place in the Temple of the Lunar Eclipse. A maiden known as the Vessel and 5 girls known as Organs perform a sacred dance. Why not use the Kagura as a chance to visit Rogetsu Isle and experience its rich history? More herbal meds, cool. So, let me pull up my map real quick, because I think, yeah, it's over here, next to the stairs. That's the locked door. Why can I... I've never been in this room, have I? That's weird that I can see it on the map, though. Okay, cool, though. Like that. Okay, it's just a big circle. Just a big circle. Can't be that hard to navigate. Famous last words. I will get lost. We know that, guys. Alright, let me check my notes real fast. This one. Activate the switch on the panel in the storeroom under the entrance hall stairs. Ensure the numbers total up to 13. Okay. So this is like a proper Fatal Frame puzzle. Oh, it just saved. Cool. Alright. That key opened the door, and there should be a panel in here. And I guess all the numbers that I select on the panel need to add up to number 13. I swear to God, if that moves, I really think it's going to. The fuck is that? Oh, that's not okay. That's not okay. No, I don't like this room at all. Oh. The door just closed behind me and it scared the crap out of me. Alright. I was hoping I could examine the mummy, but I'm glad I can't. I don't want to interact with the mummy. Okay. The panel has several numbered switches on it. Add up to 21. So 4, 6, 7, 13, 21. Yeah, okay. So I literally just need to... How do I... Aha. Okay, I needed to use the directional pad, not, this game was originally made on the Wii, and you could, use the motion control of the Wii to select the one that you want to flip. So what are all my numbers that I have options for? 7, 5, 9, 0, and 3. I'm gonna leave this one on 0 for now, because it needs to add up to 13. That's a small number. Oh! Accident! Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. we open the gate. So now we go find the kid. What? There's still an item in here? Investigation stalls. Rogetsu investigation stalls. 2 weeks into investigation, there is still no sign of the missing Rogetsu Islanders. Investigators have expressed fear that the case will be closed on the mass disappointment incident due to a complete lack of leads to follow. Many bodies were found with their hands covering their faces. Expressions blank, leading investigators to suspect a connection between the appearance of these bodies and their cause of death. While that cause has yet to be determined, the possibility of an outbreak of an infectious disease has apparently been ruled out. Okay. What did I say? What did I say? I swear to God if that thing moved! Oh God! Okay. I said it. I said it at the beginning and I have it on film and I said it at the beginning that I was hoping this game feels more like a Fatal Frame game, and let me tell you, it feels like a Fatal Frame game and I am so happy! Whew, it's hot. Whew. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. There's another instance in this game that has something like that in it, that like something moves and freaks you out. I remember it from the playthrough because it was so scary. The soundtrack of this game has like these booms, and I always think I'm going into combat because of it. Oh wait, where's the phone? I thought it was on the end of the counter. Don't know why I thought it was on the end of the counter, but why is it also facing the guest? Shouldn't it be facing the receptionist? Unless it's a public phone, like for anybody to be able to contact whoever they need to. I don't know, like Japan might have a thing or something like that. I think that's how that's said. Give it back. Okay, give what back? I don't have anything. Sorry, mate. Alright, so the boy's up there. I got the gate open. Okay. Ooh, okay. That, oh man. That, the mummy really got me. I'm a little bit, Woo! But there's another instance that I remember because it was so scary. Ooh. It's her! Nurse with patient. Patient with nurse. Oh, it doesn't name them both. Unless you can only capture one at a time. I may have just screwed up. But yeah, it was really scary, and I really hope I remembered to capture it. But oh my god, it was so scary. Oh, the nurse's office. Okay, cool. Oh. Something just locked. And my item filament is no longer glowing. Where is this item? Is it on the bench? Is it under the bench? It says it's right here. 99% of this playthrough will be me just trying to find the items. Ah, it was on the bench. Why wasn't it showing up? Do I literally need to, like, center my flashlight on it? Like, red spirit stones. As I discovered, they upgrade the lenses. Right, I don't know if I need to be in here. But I'm in here, so I'm gonna... I actually didn't see my item filament, so I don't know if I need to be doing this. I didn't realize there was a sink in here. Oh, there is an item. Cool. Oh, come on. There we go. Herbal meds, I'll take them. Nurses' uniforms and other items are scattered inside the display case. Okay, I guess I didn't need to be in here. So, it seems like I might just be following some things here. So this game, I pre-ordered it, almost a month ago. Woman greeting Druka. Hi! Those eyes! Oh, I love her design. Oh, okay. But I pre-ordered this game about a month ago, and as I mentioned earlier, I got it for my PlayStation 4. I have been playing Fatal Frame games on PlayStation since the beginning. Like, the first one was available on the original Xbox, that's true. But the first one was my first Fatal Frame game, and we got it for the PlayStation 2. So I've always played on PlayStation consoles. The letters are smudged, making writing unclear and difficult to read. I pre-ordered it about a month ago, and then I was waiting, because I was so dang excited about playing this game, right? A rusted newspaper rack contains several ancient-looking newspapers. The paper crumbles to the touch, and the print is too faded to read. Oops. Sorry, I let go of the button. Well... Oh. Note from Madoka. Don't look at the face. If you look at the face, you lose it all. Can't see my face. Can't see my face. Just like the other two. I think Madoka's lost it, guys. Huh? Gotcha! He said, Gochi, over here! Alright, so that's where I need to go. Is this door locked? Okay, I was gonna say, is the grainy filter gonna go away? There's like a engraving on the door. Cool. But as I was saying, I pre-ordered it and then I was just waiting. I was so dang excited to play this. Like, I really didn't think that this game was gonna be the next one of the Fatal Frames to be, ooh, Sacred Water. To be remastered. Like, an old cabinet. It's been used to store medical gowns worn by patients. Like, this game is literally like the bastard child of the Fatal Frame franchise, so I didn't think this was gonna be it, but I'd never played it. And once I finally saw I was gonna get this opportunity to play it, I was like, yes! Like, I had to take it! But then... Don't tell me this is locked. He just went in here. Okay. Oh. I will continue if nothing really is going on. Look, there's another bird! What's with the birds? Room is full of all kinds of strange things taken from around the building. Oh. Oh, this little boy have thieving fingers, doesn't he? Not something I... Shh. Okay, I might be crazy, But there are whispers, right? And I could have swore I heard Ruka's name. Patient interview. Himiko Kiriya. Yeah. Tape recorder. Cool. Yeah, there's definitely whispering going on. Is that what I think it is? Crystal radio and various books lie hazardously on the broken cupboard. They all show signs of dilapidation and are completely beyond use. Is that a spirit stone radio? Or just a radio? Huh. There's definitely whispering. And like I said, I could have swore I heard Ruka's name in the midst of it all. The boy's diary. April 6th. Rainy day. I found another thing to keep for myself today. It's a mask from the dinner hall. They always take me away when I'm not looking. They know I don't like it. I have to get the pieces back again. I put the mask today under the bed so no one can find it. No one will take it from me this time. If they do, I'll get them. Alright, so we know where the... Where is this last item? Oh. More film. Different film types have different levels of effectiveness. The more powerful the film, the more damage ghosts take when having their photos taken. The camera obscura from the select menu, from the menu screen, the film to select different types of film. You can also do this during game by using the left and right D-pad. Makes a fun sound. Okay. Okay. I've played other Fatal Frame games. I know what's gonna happen when I reach towards underneath this bed. The boy said they're not taking it from me or I'll get them. So... Oh, those eyes! Oh my god, those eyes! When the wraith attacks, you have a chance of capturing a fatal frame. If you time it correctly, you take a fatal frame, which grants bonus effects. Fatal frames stun the enemy and inflict a huge amount of damage. While the enemy is stunned, you can string together multiple fatal frames into a combo. If you equip the alarm upgrade, the fatal frame icon at the top of the screen will start flashing to let you know when to snap the picture. Oh, those eyes. Okay, that wasn't a fatal frame, but it was a shutter chance. And I think a shutter chance in this game is just a fully charged shot. Oh, those eyes. I can't with those eyes. Okay, it said equipped alarm, but I don't have alarm. Also, I would like measure. That's what I want. Ah! Alright, you need to stop teleporting around. Oh, come on. Alright, hang on. This is such a small room. Wow, herbal meds are very stingy. Okay, Alright, you. Surprise shot! Oh, those eyes. I can't with those eyes! Ugh. 0 shot. Okay. You know what? Taste Blast Lens. Oh, I don't have enough spirit points! I got really cocky and I didn't have any spirit points. Lol. Hell yeah! 2-hit combo! Okay, alright. Whew. Okay, he's really freaky, my god. He almost had, like, human-esque eyes rather than, like, translucent like the rest of him. Oh, so freaky. This isn't right. Someone took it. If I don't hurry, I'll start disappearing? Who did it? Give it back. Give it back. Disappearing. Give it back. Don't tell me that the mask isn't in here. Oh, no, it's right there. An old mask under the bed. Well, then pick it up, Ruga. Don't just tell me it's there. Pick it up. Rotten mask. It looks like the mask in the dining hall. It could be the missing one. Alright, cool. Return the rotten mask. I can do that. Ooh, 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 ooh! Check that out! I got one! Doll's curse has been lifted. That's unnecessary! That's so freaky! Oh, you can pick up the dolls. I don't think I recall this. These dolls in red kimonos are called Hazuki dolls. I don't like the whispers in this room. A tradition on Rogetsu Island. Their origin is not known for certain, but they are said to have some sort of They are said by some to have originated as dolls made by parents in the memory of their deceased children. On some islands in the area, the dolls are said to be unlucky, but here on Rogetsu Isle, they are placed in various different locations in order to ward off evil spirits. Oh, there's another item over here. Did I miss that before, or what? Or is this new? I guess I don't know. This mask. Okay. I'm getting out of here. I don't like the whispers. It is the Spirit Stone radio! I didn't know I got one in this one! The only reason I mentioned it is because you get a Spirit Stone radio in both the second and the third one, and they look like that. Oh, that is a really unsatisfying sound. Lots and lots of feedback. Crystal radio and various... Oh. Okay. Okay. I guess I don't get it. Unless I have to find the stones and take them back to this room. Because if that's the case, we're not listening to any stones. Not happening. Listening to stones. I sound insane, don't I? Oh. Is this not the way I came? I'm already lost, guys. Sorry. There's my alarm upgrade! Hell yeah! Equip upgrades. Yeah, I know. Well, wait, hang on. Actually, I should probably read this because it's a bit different for the Spirit Stone flashlight. Can be equipped on the camera obscura to provide various different effects. These upgrades are equipped automatically when you get them. Select camera obscura, Spirit Stone flashlight from the menu, and equip upgrades to activate or deactivate certain upgrades. Please note that the alarm and evade upgrades are not available for the Spirit Stone flashlight. Oh, okay, cool. I really hope alarm makes a noise. It said it automatically equips, right? Oh, nope, equipped it. Indicates timing of the failed frame shot when equipped it. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I did go the wrong way. I don't know how, but I did. Um, funny. Funny. I thought about using my camera and looking up in there, but I decided against it. Anyway, what I was saying before we ended up finding the mask, I do believe we're just going to be backtracking, more or less. Hi there. You're freaky. I turned off lock on by accident. Also, I don't think, again, fighting in a hallway, not fun. There it was. I heard it that time. Oh, she done. Oh, and she had the door locked, too. Anyway. Game was pre-ordered, right? And I was just playing the waiting game. I was very excited to play my game. I was very excited to be able to share it with everybody, to be able to stream it, to be able to record it and share it with everybody. Like, I wanted this to be a great experience. My PlayStation updated. So, the game was released at midnight, the night of March 8th to the 9th. My PlayStation had a system software update on the, 6th or 7th of this month, right? And it ended up updating, right after I ended up hooking it up to my capture card and all that. But I didn't think anything of it, system software update. I need it for it to be able to function. Well, said update has caused a certain error to occur, for everyone when trying to install games. So on the morning of the 9th of March, I was ready to turn on this game and finish it installing, and I couldn't. It was literally sending me into a depression because I was so sad because I thought I was not going to be able to play my game. I'll talk a little bit more about it if nothing happens here. The door is shut tight. Oh, right! I need to go put the mask away! I'm sorry. Anyway, so there was a certain code that kept popping up. It said error code blah blah blah. I think I went the long way around, didn't I? I sure did. I'm just gonna keep going. I might run into another wraith in here. But that's okay. But I didn't know if I'd been through that door or not. Oh, what? Oh, an item. Cool. I'm watching for those hands. I really wonder if they might have taken the mechanic out. I don't know. I feel like I would have run into a hand by now. A ghost hand. Anyway, when I would try to install the game, it would only install the bonus stuff, the extra content that I bought with the deluxe edition, like the costumes and all that. But it wouldn't install the game without sending me a specific error code. So I started searching and searching about this error code. And apparently, everyone was experiencing this error code when trying to install a game. There were people who were trying to reinstall a game. They must have deleted the game because they needed extra memory space or something like that. And then they wanted to reinstall it because they wanted to play it again. But they couldn't. They kept getting this error code. So I was going everywhere trying to figure out how to fix it. I even talked to some other chatters on Twitch, and they were giving me some advice to try, and nothing was working. The on the door in the museum has been broken. Okay, cool. Let's hope I don't go the long way around again. I'll just make a massive circle. That's fine. Explore Aso Museum Inner Chamber. Oh, it's more of the museum. Gotcha. Oh, not this way. Let's go this way. I really don't trust that out of all the windows, that one's curtains are drawn open. Just, Ruka, close them for me. Just unhook the thingy and close them for me, please. Anyway, so I was trying everything, and like I said, I was becoming extremely depressed that I didn't think I was gonna get my game. Shit! Okay, hi! Man pressing against the window, can you not? Go away, please. Thank you. I didn't trust the other window, and it was this window that got me. Oh, gods. Anyway, I was looking everywhere. Like, I was talking to some other chatters on Twitch. They told me to rebuild the database, and that didn't work. Some people were telling me to reach out for... I'm gonna save again real fast, manually, just to be on the safe side. But they were like, rebuild the database, you can do this, you can double check this, and like nothing was working. And I was even on Twitter talking to some people, and someone yesterday, okay, that popped up in that the end of the handrail of the stairs popped up in my camera, and I thought it was the head of the ghost boy, so I thought I was gonna be attacked again. God, that thumbing is so creepy. But last night, we have a, tape to listen to, actually. How do I listen to tape? Records? Voices. Hoarse voice. Oh, that was the phone call. Okay, so I don't get to carry the Spirit Stone radio with me. That's a little annoying. But last night, somebody on Twitter had said, I just unplugged the power cord and plugged it back in. Like, he said I unplugged... Well, they said, I unplugged it for a few minutes and plugged it back in, and it seemed to have fixed it. So, this morning, I didn't even test the download, which I kind of think I should have. But, first thing I did this morning was I unplugged my power cord from my PlayStation and let it sit for, like, less than 60 seconds. Plugged it back in, booted it back up, and my menu, the main menu of my PlayStation popped up, and right there it was installing. I don't know if there may have been like a patch sent out by like overnight, but like I shut my PlayStation completely down. I don't send it into rest mode overnight. I shut it completely down. So if there was a patch overnight, I don't think it would have installed. So I think unplugging it and replugging it in worked. But I'm still severely upset that I had to deal with it in the first place. And it's all stemming from that system software update, because now people are getting error codes from trying to install the system software update. So the software update has now been blocked, because that's where the problem started. It was really annoying to have to deal with that. But I'm, like... waking up this morning and seeing it install literally has me so happy. I am, like, I was so excited to get started. Like, time was moving so slow, I just wanted to start stream. Alright, let's get back into the game. Sorry about that. I wanted to finish what I was saying, because talking about it very patchy can be a bit confusing for you guys, but I did want to finish what I was saying. Also, in case anyone else was having that issue, try just unplugging your PlayStation for like 60 seconds and then plugging it back in, and maybe it'll fix it. I can't make any promises, but I hope it helps. Alright, back to the game. Let's listen to patient interview Himiko Kiriya.
テープ回りました。どうですか、気分の方は。
わかりません。気がつくと廊下にいて、
My hands are sweaty, sorry.
月が見えて、月を見ると少し落ち着くんです。
The moon makes her feel comforted.
前の祭りの後からです。祭りが終わってもまだあの感覚が続いているような。
それはどういう？
どんどん自分が溶けてなくなって、何か忘れてはならないことがあったのに、何かを忘れたことも思い出せなくなっているような気がするんです。
そうか。まずこの薬を。安心してください。必ず解放に向かいます。
あの音楽は何です？あの音楽を聴くたびにまたやめてください。やめて。
わかりました。あなたには特別な治療をしましょう。
Special treatment?
院長、院長、連れて行け。あ、はい。
I don't like the idea of that special treatment. That didn't sound good at all. Recording of an interview with Moonlight Syndrome patient Himiko Kiriya. Just gonna get rid of that new marker on it. You guys couldn't see it. My face was covering it. Sorry. So the moon obviously is important, and the Kagura is the ritual that they were talking about. It has to do with a melody and the moon, and then there's Moonlight Syndrome. I don't want to go jumping to conclusions because I did that a lot in Maiden of Blackwater. Like, I just kept suggesting possible things that just trying to connect dots and then trying to connect dots that don't actually exist. Madoka? Open. Oh, there's a doll! I see it! You ought to be joking. Another one? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm sensing... Oops. I'm sensing there's gonna be some lore dump here. I'm gonna use my camera to try to find these items. Because it's a bit easier. As I mentioned earlier, I feel like I have a little more control over the camera rather than Ruka herself. So... Do I get the doll? Bookshelf is well stocked. Portraits of memory towards the origin of the soul. Oh, I guess I don't get that doll. Okay, hang on. Yeah, she genuinely scared me, if I'm honest. Like, that wasn't a fake gasp. Like, she genuinely scared me. Okay, I don't see any item filament, and I think I'm too late now. Oh my god, look at the way... Oh, the way the shadow and the lighting reacts properly. Very nice. Very nice. Sorry, immersion. Spooky time. Huh? Got it. Oh! Hi? Ah, I missed it. Oh, no. Woo! Okay, let's go ahead and use the sacred water, because I'm in a bit of trouble. I don't think I've missed any items, and if they're gonna be this stingy on healing items, I might be in trouble. Ruka's reflection scared me. Oh, shit! Oh, yes, I got you! Oh! That scared me. Oh, the books went flying and I was not ready. Like, literally, I picked up my camera, or I moved my camera, locked on, and got a fatal frame opportunity all at the same time. Very nice. If I do say so myself. Hell yeah! Oh wait, that was Madoka. I should be sad. Is this a shot from the trailer? Yeah. That would be freaky, to look in a mirror and see that happening to your face. Tashi? I have been studying a little bit of Japanese, and that's why some of the words, like, I'm familiar with some of the words, and, like, the words I'm familiar with, I guess I just repeat because I actually know what they mean. More or less. Alright.